What's up, guys? We're back here at the GSL Codes. Squirtle, very dominant against Symbol here. 2-0, easy peasy.
Yep, that was kind of brutal. The first game, kind of a build order win. Symbol just did not scout in time. And the second game, really great 3-base timing attack from Squirtle that Symbol was not ready for. So, Squirtle is in that winner's match, looking very good, looking poised to perhaps go into that very crucial round of 8.
Absolutely.
MarineKing versus Soulkey coming up next. Your prediction, Tasteless?
I'm going to go with Soulkey.
Yeah.
But I think MarineKing will take a game off of Soulkey.
That's pretty fair. I think that's reasonable. I feel like Soulkey's going to take it 2-0 though.
Okay.
As damn good as MarineKing is,
to be fair, though,
Soulkey is looking fine, Tasteless.
Although, you know,
he's looking fine like a bottle of wine.
Wow. Could be a crime. Sour like a lime.
Those don't rhyme. It's an N versus an M.
Shut up, Artosis. Limerick snob.
Limerick snob. Thank you, Tasteless.
No problem.
You made my day.
I keep them coming. You know, MarineKing is good at, especially a lot of these all-ins and cheeses, so he could, you know, eke out a winning here. He dodged, he dodged MVP in his group last time. MVP actually sunk.
That's true. He was a ninja about that.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to get this game going now. Here is MarineKing and Soulkey now taking a bow and going to their respective booths. There it is.
Take it all. Pretty cool jacket on Soulkey.
Yep. And let's go and take a look at the highlights now.
윤영서 힘! 쳤잖아! 잘 몰았어요, 윤영서!
잘 돼 있어요.
네, 윤영서 선수는 버티기만 해도 됩니다.
벤치 하나.
많아요. 해병 잘 돼요, 배치 좋아요. 볼 컨트롤하는데. 볼 잘 봐!
Anybody else here just grunted into the mic? Is like, right when you thought your mic wasn't on. All right, so looks like MarineKing actually is not in his booth anymore. So I don't know if there's going to be a small delay here. So let's just go ahead and take a look at Soulkey now.
Yep. Well, Soulkey, great Zerg player from Kespa.
Absolutely.
Really picked up his skill after the StarCraft 2 beta came up. Wasn't really all that good before that.
I like the colored keys.
Yeah, that's a very handsome keyboard. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
This is very handsome.
It's like a mouthful of golden teeth. Yeah.
Don't you know that's the best way to invest your money?
It is. Get golden teeth.
Yeah.
The price of gold does not, you know, really go down, Artosis. And you're not going to lose your teeth unless you get in a really bad fight.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, Soulkey actually defeated some really great Terrans in the previous round. Tasia 2-0 and Noblesse 2-0. Looked fantastic doing it.
I feel
looked amazing.
I feel like fan-wise, he's overshadowed a lot by people like Flash and J-Dog, but the fact of the matter is Soulkey's actually better than those guys right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
he is.
You can't really argue
I don't care if you're a fanboy throwing popcorn at your screen right now because I said that.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, they're both, J-Dong and Flash are like
and they're good.
Right
they're very good.
Yeah.
Now, over here we have MarineKing getting second place in the second ever GSL over 2 years ago. Actually, probably 2 years ago right about now, actually.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of second places, so it's hard to keep track of which one's which, you know? He would love to win the last Wings of Liberty GSL. He would love
that would be like a history or historical moment.
It would be.
Because he's gotten second place so many times. So there's a lot on the line here. Our map is going to be GSL Icarus.
Definitely a good map for MarineKing here, I feel. You know, he could go ahead and throw together a cool cheese or something. Whereas Soulkey, what have we seen Zergs do here? Well, sometimes they open Speedling or some sort of crazy all-in. It could be something like that.
Sure.
But I don't know, against a Terran player that has planned this map correctly, that has had this long to practice on this map and try to figure something out. I don't know. We haven't seen enough games here yet for me to give a super strong opinion, but I feel like this is good for MarineKing.
Yeah, you know, I think out of all the maps they do have, I think you're right. Now, I'm assuming, and I think it's a safe bet, Soulkey will either go for Whirlwind or Daybreak after this. Maybe Akalon Flats, I'm not sure, but probably a Zergy map after this, and then I don't know what MarineKing's going to pick from there. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to say. I mean, he might go something as standard as Daybreak or something a little bit more Terran flavor.
All right, guys, it's time to start our second best of 3 to see who's going to go on and face the winner, Squirtle, in our third best of 3 with MarineKing against Soulkey here at the GSL. In the bottom left, we have our Terran player, a very solid, very scary Terran player. The only one in this group, he is MarineKing Prime.
There he is. Still finding those glasses to be in fashion.
Yep, looks good. In the upper left, we've got our Zerg player, the best of the Kesma players. He is Soulkey. Soulkey.
Okay, what plans will these guys have? You know, MarineKing is MarineKing, so there's always a possibility he'll just go command center first.
Yeah.
He does that. You might say, screw the map, I don't care. Command center first. Whereas Soulkey is looking for proxy raxes right now. He's pretty sure that MarineKing has chosen this map as a 2-rax map.
You know, if he followed the round of 32, we would have seen that he actually did a lot of aggressive play early on there. It's very funny. MarineKing is such a fan favorite that his about 35 to 18% for votes favoring MarineKing there.
Huh. Right.
You know, he's an emotional player. You can see he really wants to win. And, you know, he's got an interesting way of playing the game, so it makes sense that he has this degree of popularity.
Soulkey has scouted everywhere except the most obvious places for proxy raxes, so he will get up into the main base now and see, uh-oh, no raxes, no raxes. Are you proxy raxing me somewhere I didn't scout? Then you'll see the number of SCVs and go down to the natural because it doesn't look like it.
It's interesting to see the win rate here from MarineKing, 84% in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's got
when
some
he rushes,
of the best micro in the whole world.
Yep.
So
easily.
Yeah, his cheeses are very strong, tasteless.
Game's never ended with Soulkey ever under 10 minutes, so.
You know, it said that for Symbol in the last game, and then he got killed in 7 minutes by
so now we know that's going to be at a whopping 0%.
Yeah. Although I don't know, Tasteless, if I recall, 0 whopping.
I don't know, man. Is 0 not a whopping?
It's a reverse whop.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pow.
Whoa. You know when they take birds and they put them in cages and they put like little blankets over the cages so they stop chirping? Oh, man.
That's how I go to bed every night. Oh, look at that harassment.
Whoa.
He almost got that SCV. He's trying to lure him in now. He wants him to go over that depot. Soulkey does not want to lose his drone, though.
And it looks like the end of the drone harassment's going to occur.
Yeah. Queen's on the way. Looks pretty standard right now. We just have to wait and see what MarineKing wants to do tech-wise. Will he just go up into reactor Hellions? Will he go up into starport play? Will he just grab a third command center?
Well, that's a cute location for the eBay.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't go quick mutas. No, but like that's really interesting. It's also right in vision of the Zerg Overlord, so I'm kind of confused as to why.
I wonder. Well, that's a really quick eBay, so he has to be going for super fast +1, unless he's going to get that ultra important building armor.
Look, use your preview PC.
Yeah.
He's actually in range of the vision of the Overlord.
Yeah.
You can see it right there. So it's like, of all the places he could have made that, see right there.
He could
That's like literally the worst place he could have made that.
Well, you know, something to point out is that MarineKing, as per his style, doesn't want to know what his opponent's doing. He has not scouted. So, for all he knows, Soulkey's going 1 base Nidus Worm. You know, I guess
that's true.
I guess this scouts that, but yeah, it's a funny place to put it. If he does go mutas, as you said, that eBay's life will be forfeit.
Well, he's got more Marines coming out here. Now, this looks like it's going to be a +1 stim timing, so there's going to be a small window of time when he can do a lot of damage here.
By the way, Tasteless, Soulkey took 2 gases, one of which was not the rich Vespina at the third, which makes me question
his
what
understanding
the hell?
of the map.
Yeah, he must not know. And how possibly could you not know when this is your first map against MarineKing?
I don't know,
There's
man.
no possible reason to get that as your 3rd gas instead
Well,
of
I guess
your
if
first or
Terran
second.
scans the expansion and sees that there's no gas there and goes, oh, okay, and
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to give him that much credit. I think that he screwed up there. I think
Could
this
be
is a mistake.
could be.
We do see right now MarineKing getting his factory up. That's stim as well as +1 attack. And getting a bunch of reactors and barracks as well.
The creep pushed out a little bit late, but that's part of the Zerg's build. He was really focused on drones and larva injects. We got some Marines and Marauders here. 8 Roaches on the way. Right now it's 3 Marines and 2 Marauders to 8 Zerglings, but most of the important units are actually being produced right now. Now we have 10 Roaches and Baneling's Nest. A Baneling's Nest coming down here. He may continue to produce Lings. Okay, he is.
Yeah, okay.
As that happens. So he may try to actually bust down the rocks, do damage with Banelings and Zerglings and Roaches at the expansion or possibly even the front of the Terran's base.
Really looks like he's doing it all, and look at that. A wall of supply depots behind the rocks. And in fact, these Marines and Marauders coming around to prevent some of this. The thing is, with how many units MarineKing's making right now, hold on, let me just check. Yeah, he already has stim. He has combat shields on the way. He has Marauders already out. I don't see this working. I think MarineKing is going to slap this down. This is a lot of units. It's a scary all-in, but he has layers of walls, stim, and he basically has every tool you could want, aside from siege tanks.
All right, well, we'll see if he actually moves out here. Again, MarineKing does not scout very often, so this is sort of, he's still going to have to kind of act on his feet here, I guess you could say.
And look at this, he does run up with this attack as MarineKing stims down the ramp. But with this many Marauders in here, he's going to do a great job. In fact, he's going to be able to close that. Oh, and he does, in fact, close it. And suddenly, Soulkey is sitting here with all these units that don't look like they're going to be very useful.
Yeah, I mean, he can go ahead and down here and try to hit these Roaches. I feel like if he gets a few more Marines and Marauders, he can actually come down here and trap that at the bottom.
Yeah,
and
totally.
just kite that.
In fact, MarineKing's playing so smart right now. He just lifted his factory out. That's going to be a little funneling area where it's going to be harder for units to actually attack at him. But as he gets these medevacs out, he's going to be able to walk down this ramp and just destroy everything. And behind it, Soulkey's trying to get his 3rd base and a couple of Evos as well as layer tech. But MarineKing's going to have such an army. I don't know how Soulkey's going to stop it.
Yeah, I think Soulkey's actually invested in something that's just not going to work. Now, he's going to retreat with this, but these Roaches are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this, he is definitely invested in something that won't work tasteless. It's like he bought a lot of Yahoo stock.
Yeah, more like dogpile stock.
Dogpile?
Yeah, that's right. You don't even know what dogpile is, do you?
No, well, a pile of dogs sounds pretty awesome, but as long as you're still
what are the other crappy search engines?
Oh, okay.
People still use Ask Jeeves?
That would break my brain if they did. But regardless, tasteless, Google King Prime is coming after him. This group of units is not going to be killed by what Soulkey has. It's simply...
All right, it would have to make perfect Baneling connections here.
Worst case scenario, he picks up. Sorry, Soulkey.
Lands a mule. He's going to continue to push forward here. I think Soulkey may be in trouble. By the way, one of those medevacs actually loaded with units. This doesn't matter down here.
One of the least impactful things we could possibly see. And MarineKing just slapping through Soulkey here. And look at the mule try to block. GG. Wow, that was about as one-sided.
That was pretty. I don't know. We have a lot of one-sided games today.
Yeah.
Look at MarineKing.
MarineKing played solid there. He didn't even scout, and the cheese still didn't work. So Soulkey was poorly informed about this map. He didn't get his rich gas right away, and he did a build that, with MarineKing, one of the greedier players, not scouting it. I mean, maybe, of course, that was a great build that he did against it, but that was random, that was luck. And Soulkey still did this build that didn't do anything. So, I don't know, man. He's going to bring something much better in map 2.
You know, would you see Wolf come in? He's here, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
The whole nerd squad's here?
The whole nerd squad. The beta nerds are all here, man. We got all our beta nerds lined up. But they don't have the headsets in, so they can't hear us. So we can say terrible things. Anyways, we're going to go to game number 2. The map that's been chosen here for Soulkey is going to be Neo Planet S.
Yeah. All right, so that's interesting to me. Now, this can mean a few things. This is a Kespa map, so Soulkey's obviously played it a lot. Thing is, normally this map gets chosen a little bit more by Terrans. Now, the GSL version did widen it up a bit, so siege tanks aren't quite as powerful. But Soulkey obviously is looking at this and saying, well, you know, GSL doesn't use this all that much. I have a lot more practice on it. Maybe this is the right map for Soulkey.
Yeah, it's a different angle of approach, really.
Yeah.
So we'll see what MarineKing does here. I would not be shocked if MarineKing does do an all-in. You know? But we'll see.
Well, I don't know. Soulkey, will he do Roach-style play?
Sure. Why not?
The 1-1 speed timing?
Sure.
I mean, it's been so popular. But MarineKing earning away that last game, at least, from any Hellion-based play. So if he goes once again for just a lot of Marines and Marauders, and you do something like that, he's going to be able to hold you pretty easily.
Well, we're going to find out soon what exactly is going to go down as Neo Planet S is loading. Again, I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis. Feel free to add us on Twitter. Because Twitter's actually probably one of the only social networking services you should have.
Yeah.
It's great for following StarCraft news or comedians or just general news. All sorts of stuff. So add us on Twitter. I'm Call Me Tasteless. He's Artosis. This is MarineKing against Soulkey, game number 2. The winner goes on to face Squirtle in the winner's set of round. I messed up the outro. All right. I'll try again.